Hey folks, this is DJ, just doing a little review on the OutEquipPro Summit 1 air conditioning unit that I installed on my Cougar 2100 RK. Right there, as you see, with the 17 25 watt solar panels, with the second AC unit being the 12 volt Summit in the front. That's me at Jetty Park. I do a lot of off-grid camping, so that's what this is all about, showing you how I rerouted some of the exhaust cooling methods. This is my solar power. I've got everything listed here with a 60 amp breaker on 6-aught cabling for the 12 volt OutEquip. This is the bedroom where I installed it, and I capped off those two vents in the bedroom since the air conditioning unit has vents on them, and basically tapped into the 12 volts on the unit itself. There's the 12 volt going to the main control panel, and I tapped into that for the extra exhaust fans that I put in there, which you'll see later in this video. And basically right now I'm just showing you that I put a 12 volt remote button. It also has a keychain remote to start the fans or turn off the fans for the exhaust going to the air ducts of the camper. So the bedroom cools off really well with this unit. It's an 8x8 bedroom. With the Titan exhaust fans on, I could feel air being blown into the bathroom there on that vent. This is a 26-foot camper, so then it goes down to other vents down at the end here. There's air ducts on both sides, left side and right side of my camper. And then it's coming out the air ducts of the Furrion that's there. So my Furrion still works as normal. But with the air blowing through, it comes out also the vents in that little vent there, which I put two fans on with another remote start on and off. And those fans basically help pull that cool air from the back, or should I say from the front of the camper to the back, and it exhausts down to that main cabin, which help better than the actual vents in the ceiling, because it just comes down with those vents and just pulls that cool air through the air ducts down. So it's like nice cool air coming down. So it works out pretty well for me. Again, everybody's configuration might be different. I just want to give you guys a little look-see on what I did to make this thing work for me, for off-grid use. And again, this is a 26-foot camper. And, of course, in the 95 degrees and here in Florida, I go to Jetty Park. It is brutal, so I had to figure out some method to get this camper to stay at least in the mid to low 80s during peak sun on eco mode. This is my drawing real quick. It's just a quick schematic handwritten drawing of what I used and, basically how I kind of thought this process out. I know I'm rambling through this video, but this is my first time doing a video for this. I just wanted to give you guys just a little look-see at what I did to make that OutEquip 12 volt AC unit work for larger campers instead of just vans and things like that. I used the Titan fans. I did not use the controller for the Titan fans. I just used the fans itself with the 3-inch piping, flex piping with the tie wraps. I did not use the controller, so I kind of clipped the wire and used them. That is the 12 volt on-off remote switch that I mounted inside the unit. I love it. It works great. These are all Amazon. You can find these on Amazon. And that is I bought two of those 120 millimeter fans that go in the Furrion to help pull the air going down through that vent flap that you saw in the video. Again, I didn't use the controller there. I just clipped it and I used just the fans 12 volt direct. And of course I used aluminum foil tape to seal up between the intake and output. So here's my fans right there, sucking in the air coming down, and it goes through the Titan fans, through the piping, 3-inch piping, and then I blocked off either side to make sure it does not get into the any other part of the air conditioning unit. So it's basically taking that cool air in and then right back. Of course, this is another picture of me sealing what I did behind the fans to make sure that the intake and the exhaust do not mix, so we don't want to draw the cool air into the intake. So I'm just showing you that. There's my 12 volt remote. I can't speak. 12 volt remote switch there with the wire harnessing and everything, and all the wires that come with the Summit 1. Again, showing you that how I sealed everything off and left it open. And here's the video again, just for your viewing pleasure. Again, I capped those two off because I didn't need those being vented when I have vents above the bed itself. So that will help the flow go to the other end of the camper. And the noise level is not much of a difference turning those fans on compared to the AC unit. They're actually quieter than the AC unit, so you might hear like them turn on, but it doesn't make any difference. You don't really hear much of a difference having them full power at 3,000 RPMs. I believe they're 3,000 RPMs, if not 2,000. But they're pretty powerful little fans. And my ducts are 2x6s, so, you know, again, if you have smaller ducts, it'll work even better. So I'm just replaying the video for you guys here. Again, any solutions, a better solution out there. If you guys got some ideas, you know, hit me up, let me know. But this is the way I was able to get the Summit to work throughout the entire camper instead of just a room for larger units, campers that people have, not just a camper van. Of course, camper vans are small. You know, they're only like 12 by 6.5 or 12 by 8 max. So they, you know, works better. But this is a method to work for larger units to kind of help you get that off-grid cooling throughout the whole unit. Again, this is what I did. Let me know your thoughts. I am fully off-grid with my camper. Like I said, 800 amp batteries, 3,000 watt inverter. I got three controllers, actually, solar controllers, with 2 arrays, with the 1,200 on the 200 watt panels, and then I got 525 on the second controller. Because the sun is your friend when it comes to solar, but it's not your friend when it comes to the heat. So, hope you guys are enjoying this little video here. I'm just winging this conversation and seeing what anybody else might want to say, or if you guys came up with something better, but this is the way I did it. There's it. OutEquip, the Summit 1. That was my test. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.